Hi, sourcing warriors. I hope you're having a great day. When it comes down to dispute with the Chinese supplier or even sue the Chinese suppliers, it's kind of tricky and scary. So in this video, I'm gonna give you some advice. Hi, if we just met, my name's 𝐸𝐿 Wang. I'm here to share with you the best sourcing and money-making tips. I don't think I have told you before, I practice law and I was an attorney in Beijing, China before I moved to US. That's why I wanted to make this special video to help you if you ever need to dispute with the Chinese supplier or take them to court. The point of suing the Chinese suppliers is not just to get a winning judgment. The point is to get that winning judgment collected. So before you do business with this supplier, please verify that this supplier has the physical building equipment, the physical assets that you can collect your judgment against. I can tell you that it is very difficult to sue the trading company or the sourcing agent who don't have any physical assets. So keep that in mind, and then when you find and qualify a supplier, make sure you do the factory audit and keep this audit on file because you may need it in the future. The second point is the proof of the payment. Keep it consistent. What do I mean by that? If you're doing business with the factory directly, you cut the purchase order to the factory or you sign a purchasing contract with the factory, but if you made the payment with a trading company or an individual who's representing the factory, when you have a dispute at court, it will be hard for you to connect the dots and prove that the factory has indeed received your payment. So keep it consistent. If you're cutting purchase order to the factory, make sure the factory is the recipient of your payment. That will make it much clearer and much easier for you. The third point is where to sue them. Of course, in China, even if you win, if you sue the Chinese supplier in US, your winning judgment is almost impossible to get collected unless your Chinese supplier is so big and they have a physical assets in US or whatever country you're suing them. And so what are the languages you need to draft your contract in? It should be in both English and Chinese because some of the Chinese courts don't enforce the English contracts at all. With all that being said, it's just a matter of having right terms and conditions on your purchase order or your purchasing contract. What is that delivery date? The promised, acknowledged, agreed upon delivery date that you can use to measure against their late deliveries. What are the pre-agreed quality specifications you can use to measure against their defects? If you have the terms and conditions laid out on your PO, you should have a good chance to negotiate and resolve the dispute with the supplier on your own. You're only asking for the money back at the cost. And that is the step number one. If they refuse to work with you, you yourself or your attorney could send them a demand letter. Guys, this is the good news part. In China, you can sue for lost revenue, not just at the cost. So the lost revenue could be 5, 6, 10 times more than your cost. The big dollar amount in your demand letter could put quite a bit of fear in your supplier. All of a sudden, they may turn around. You never know. If they still refuse to work with you on that, then you will have to take them to court. Alright guys, I hope this video is very helpful for you. If you love the contents, please subscribe and support this channel. I will see you soon.